Okay, welcome to some homework helper. This is our R10-4 homework. So let's take a look, and I do have the first two done for you already. I'm going to go ahead and show you these numbers. I want you to just take a minute, go ahead and pause the video, check to see if your numbers are there. If they're not, don't worry, I'm going to go over the three together with you, so you have a chance to see maybe where you might be making mistakes if you have made any. So go ahead and press pause, check to see how you did. Okay, if you had both of these, I want you to give yourself 1 point for all those filled in correctly for number 1, and also 1 point if you have all those filled in correctly for number 2. All right, let's see how we did down here. All right, I'm going to move this up so we can see this, and I'm going to select color here. All right, we're looking at 91 divided by 3. I'm looking first at the first digit in my dividend. That's going to be this right here, this 9. I notice that the 9 is larger, that digit is larger than my divisor of 3. So I do know that I can divide and not worry about this 1 at the moment. We can just kind of, in our mind, think of this as 9 divided by 3. Well, 9 actually is a multiple of 3. So let's figure out what number, and I know that 3 times 9 actually gives me 9. And I'll subtract that. 9 minus 9, 0. And I'm going to bring down the 1. And this gives a little bit of a challenge. Here's usually the step that some of you, I noticed, were not quite on par with, didn't quite understand what to do here with my 0 and 3. Or excuse me, my 1 and my 3. I need to think to myself, how many times does my divisor 3 go into 1? Ooh, this is a tricky one. We haven't done a lot of these. But just ask yourself, how many 3s can I pull out of 1? Well, I can't pull any. 1 is already smaller. So up at the top, I need to put a 0 because I can't take any 3s. And I need to take my 0 times my divisor and put that down here below. 0 times my 3 is going to be 0. And look at that problem. 1 minus 0 is 1 left over. There's nothing over here on the side that I need to bring down. So that becomes my remainder. I'm going to write remainder over divisor. So I'm going to say 1 over my divisor, which is right here. I'm going to say 1 over 3, or 1/3. And this is our mixed number of 30 and 1/3. That's how you say that. If you have that correct, first of all, I need to see you go ahead and give yourself a nice pat on the back. And also a big fat +1. Let's go to number 4. All right, we have 86 divided by 4. So 86, I'm going to take a look at my first place. I'm going to kind of just ignore this 6 for now and look at my 8. 8 divided by 4. Okay, simple enough. I know that 2 times 4 is 8. I have to put my 8 underneath. Wow, multiple of 8. 4 is a multiple of 8, so 8 minus 8 is 0. But I need to bring down the next number, which is a 6. Now I look over here at my divisor of 4 and my 6 left over. How many of these 4s go into my 6? Well, if you said 1 of those, you are correct. And if you know that 1 times 4 gives you 4, you put that down here. And you subtract that from your 6. 6 minus 4, 2. And there's nothing over here to bring down, so I'm going to write remainder over divisor. Remainder is 2 over my divisor of 4, 2/4. And just to let you know, 2/4 is actually the same thing as half. If you had 2 out of 4 pieces of pizza left, you'd have half the pizza left. And I wonder if you know how to say this. I want you to press pause in the video and see if you can say that mixed number before I tell you. Go ahead and press pause. All right, we're back. That is 21 and 2/4. How'd you do? Did you get that? If you had 21 and 2/4, another big, huge +1. Awesome job. And let's go over the last one to see how you did. See if you got some points. All right. We have 75 divided by 2. I'm going to ask myself first, how many 2's go into 7? Well, that is exactly 3 2's go into 7, because 3 times 2 would be 6. I need to subtract that. 7 minus 6 is 1. Bring down my 5. 15. So now, sorry about that. I need to write how many of my divisor of 2 now go into 15. How many 2's now? Because I have 2 left over here. Or excuse me, 15 left over. How many of these 2's go into 15? If you said 7, because you knew that 7 times 2 is 14, 15 minus 14 is 1. So I have 1 left over. And look at this. Remainder over divisor. Have you press pause really quick, see if you can say this before I give the +1. Okay, we're back. And here we go. 37 and 1/2. +1 if you had it. How'd you do? Now let's go ahead and total up our points to see what you got. There are a total of 5 points. 5 points on your paper. If you had all 5, put an A+ here. If you had 4, you're still doing well. It's just you need some more practice on it, and that's okay. It was our first day of working on some 2-digit by 1-digit where we had a few more steps to go. So nice job. Until next time, hopefully you are learning as we go.